channel. I wanted to talk to you guys today about some of the books that I've acquired in the month of January, February, and March. I have been sort of on a self-imposed buying ban. I just really want, and it was for two reasons. First, I wanted to save money because I spent way too much money on books last year, and B, because I just have a lot of unread books and I want to work on getting all of those read. So I just haven't really done monthly book hauls like I did last year because I haven't been buying books. I only have 6 books to talk to you guys about today. I didn't buy all of them. One I won in a giveaway and one was gifted to me. So I've just really been trying not to spend money on books. And so yeah, let's get right into it. The first one that I bought, read, and then went on to unhaul was The Princess Bride by William Goldman. I'll link up above and down below the wrap up where I talk about this. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars. And yeah, I put it in an on-haul video because I do intend to give it either away to a friend or donate it to a library or charity or something like that. The next one, The Red Car by Marcy Dermansky. This is actually an ARC that I won in a Goodreads giveaway, and it's about a woman who, it's kind of like a book about self-exploration. A woman's friend dies and leaves her most prized possession, which is a red car, but the red car is also the act where her friend had an accident and died. So it's just about this woman exploring her life and her friend and all of this, and it sounded really interesting, and I wanted it in a giveaway. So, and it's not very long, so hopefully I'll read this soon and tell you guys what I think. I know that synopsis sounded really weird and sort of not interesting, but hopefully it will be interesting. I met in real life one of my online friends and fellow booktubers, Sarai. I will link her channel down below and up above. She's awesome. We met up, we actually live pretty close to each other, relatively speaking. So we met up sort of at a halfway point at a Barnes & Noble, and I got, while I was there, Carrie by Stephen King. I have not read any Stephen King, and I just decided to pick this one up. It was pretty cheap because it's the smaller sort of books. So yeah, I mean, I think I've seen like bits and pieces of the different Carrie movies made, so I don't know too much about the story, except that it has to do with like prom, I think. So yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll like it. I'm trying to save it for the month of October. Then my mom got me, this was on sale at a Books A Million, which is a store that we have here in Florida. She got me The Paying Guest by Sarah Waters. I know nothing about this. I have not read any Sarah Waters, but I know that she is beloved by many. I know that she writes like a lot of lesbian fiction, which I haven't really read much of, so I'm really excited to get to this one, hopefully soon. It's pretty chunky, but I'm excited, and it was only $6 for a hardcover, and it looks pretty new, so I'm excited to get to this one. One that I bought pretty recently, I was on Twitter and heard about Maggie Stiefvater's new book, and I think it's like a YA book or something, I don't even know, but she's writing about this Mexican family, and it just sounds awful, and it sounds like she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about or writing about. And so I decided that I wanted to support a Latinx author, Own Voices book, and that day on sale was The Education of Margot Sanchez by Lilian Rivera. This Own Voices YA Lit, and it's a pretty new release. I think it came out in March, if I'm not mistaken. If not, then February, but I think March. Doesn't say, it just says 2017. Anyways, it's a new release, and I don't know if it's a debut or not, but regardless, look at this cover. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to support a Latinx author, and I wanted to support some Own Voices, so I did, and I got this one. I don't read much YA anymore, but it looked like a really cute, possibly important story to tell, so I thought I'd give it a try. And then the other day, I wandered into Barnes & Noble for I had a meeting at like 7, and I got off of work at 4, and so I had a lot of time to kill. I didn't want to drive home and then drive back. So there was a Barnes and Noble nearby, and I thought, oh, I can go in there. I have a book that I'm reading. I can get some coffee and just like sit and read until the time comes that I have to go to the meeting. And of course that didn't happen. I didn't get a coffee. I didn't sit and read. I didn't read a single page of the book that I was reading. I took the entire time that I was there and I wandered up and down Barnes and Noble, and I actually thought that I was going to suppress the urge to buy a book until I went to the poetry section and saw Loose Woman by Sandra Cisneros. She is the author of The House on Mango Street. I love her. She is amazing. She's done so many wonderful things for Latinx feminist women, and this is her poetry collection, and I'd have always wanted to get my hands on it. It had been recommended to me so many times, and I sat there and I read the first 2 poems, and they were wonderful and powerful and amazing, and I thought, I need to get this book. And it was $12, but it was actually more expensive on Amazon. So I did check. I checked on Amazon. I was like, if it's cheaper on Amazon, which it usually is, and that's sort of the thing that usually prevents me from buying more books, then I'll get it. But it wasn't, and so that was as far as my argument went. So I got it, and I will hopefully be reading this next month. I love her. I recommend The House on Mango Street, which is the only other work of hers that I've read, but I'm sure I'll be recommending this one as well. And I'm still sort of in a journey to find a poet that is for me. Poetry really intimidates me. I usually don't think that I get it. And I need to get, and I sort of have gotten to a point where it's like, if I don't get it, then it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't meant for me. That doesn't mean anything really about the poetry or the poet itself. It just that it wasn't the poet or the poem or the poems or the poet for me. And so I'm just like in this journey to find one that speaks to me, and I think she might be one of those. Hopefully she is. I'll let you guys know in my wrap up for next month. And so yeah, those are just the books that I've gotten this year so far. I'm pretty proud of myself that I've only gotten 6, and I am already getting rid of 1. So that's not too shabby, I think. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books and what did you think. And yeah, let me know what books you guys are excited to read that you recently got. Like always, thank you so much for watching and for listening. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.